Okay, so first of all, the reason that this is a normal weapon run instead of a starting class run is specifically, or it's twofold, kind of, is because I forgot to stream this weapon when I was supposed to like 2 months ago, because I did, what was it? There was a Great Hammer, I think, that I did, the Demon's Great Hammer, and then I just completely forgot to do this one the next week, and also because I didn't stream last Wednesday, so the timing that I have for things is kind of off a little bit. So I'm doing this instead of a starting class to get everything back in line, and also because I needed to do this anyway. Hello, Alyssa. Is someone actually going to play Solar Pellet Stream Bingo for the first time ever? Even though it's been in talks for a long time. Several months at least. The plan that I have to get the Greataxe is to do Send Skip to grab the Crystal Halberd from Anne Orlando, and then I'm gonna kill ONS with that, kill the Hydra with it, and yeah. I don't remember if you put Depth Clip on there, but this is gonna be one of the few streams that I don't actually do Depth Clip. I figured that someone would put it into like one of those bingo websites, and or so it would randomize the board for them, but alright, trying to think. I know I need 12 dexterity and then like 48 strength because the stone Greataxe is absurd. Just made a Google document. There are websites where you can put in bingo like prompts and it will give you a random board with that. There might be like a thing that you can like link to and multiple people can play with different boards, but I haven't actually looked into it that much, to be honest. I think it would be fun. Something to do for like the drunk stream or something. Yeah, that's fair. I get that. Me too, honestly. You Google on my dock until I'm micro and soft. Hello, Naruto. Welcome. Test out to see if enough of it happens. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think you're necessarily guaranteed to get a bingo either way. My streams tend to vary. Not micro and hard. Well, that's happened. That's what it is when she's Googling on my dock. Okay, I need one more dexterity, and literally everything else is going into strength after that. Hopefully the Crystal Halberd is going to have enough durability to survive into the DLC and also get me the weapon. Worst case scenario, I grab a chunk on the way just in case. Actually, there's the one in Anne Orlando. I'll grab that one. I guess I'll also kill the Crystal Lizard. Oh, I should get Havel's Ring for sure. This is 1000% a Havel's Ring run. Okay. I guess I can do that when I go kill the Hydra with the Crystal Halberd though, so I'm not going too out of my way for it. It's not like I need it while getting to Anne Orlando or whatever. I don't know. I didn't really plan out this run. I just think early DLC is fun. Could also go through the DLC first and fight those bosses so that we can get like the special Sif cutscene and whatever. Then I'd have to save Sif. Didn't I do that in the, I think it was a Titanite catch pole stream? Yeah, come up with more ideas. It's a good idea. Hello, Army Productions, I assume that's pronounced. Oh my goodness. I know YouTube has like a problem with actually displaying display names, and it's showing like tags instead for some reason. Which, it's so strange that hasn't been fixed yet, because that's been going on for a while. Nice. Love Christmas Bunny. Tag is good, the same as your normal YouTube name. That's good. Mine too, as it turns out. I'm pretty sure. I think it's Solar Space Pellets for my tag, but I don't remember. Normally, I'd actually be um, multiple. Or I'd be like, what I'm thinking about distances, like 300 miles away from where I am right now. Because one of my partner's birthday is immediately after Christmas, so I would usually be spending this time of year with her. But I had a different partner, the one I live with. Their favorite holiday is Christmas. They wanted to be able to spend a Christmas with me. So I am home right now instead of 300 miles away to spend time with that partner instead. But that does mean that if I do get Christmas money, it would probably be from that partner's parents because they're the only rich people I know. And by rich, I mean have enough money to give Christmas gifts. I should probably get Grass Crest considering I'm using a massive weapon, but that's a lot of effort. Or that's a lot more like equip load. And getting that is a lot of effort. I don't know. I'm sure by the time I get it, I'll have enough levels to fast roll while naked at least. Hopefully. 3 different stores before someone doesn't care enough to think it's fake. Oh, the $100 bill? Really? How common is that? Oh, I guess you're probably not American now that I think about it. That makes sense. $100 bills are extremely common here because our economy is fucked. To Howard, Indian. Ah, I see. I don't know. I live in a part of town where people think it's a slum, but it's not. People who don't live here, particularly. This is standard damage, right? The axe, the battle axe. Yeah, regular. Oh, regular in this game? Huh. Glaive? Which glaive? Black Knight Halberd, you mean? I would also consider the scythe a glaive, but it's also not a glaive at all. Facts, Indian. I should probably be human so I can summon Tarkus for the Iron Golem. Okay, I need one of those, and I need about 600 of those, so we'll get there eventually. Oh, it's called Glaive in Dark Souls 3, isn't it? Why didn't they just change it to Bardiche? Why did they change it? It was Scythe in Dark Souls 1 and 2, which it's not a Scythe. They renamed it to Glaive in Dark Souls 3, which it's not a Glaive. And it's always in the Halberd class of weapons. God, it's my favorite weapon, but FromSoft seems to hate it. Okay, nice. I have decided that turning all the way around is significantly easier than turning slightly to the left. So. German is a funny language. All right. I need to get compression gloves, Jesus. Keep having to like constantly adjust my brace every chance I get. Good evening, Loch Nessie Monster. Welcome. My brain, like, I know multiple times I have committed to the idea of calling you Nessie instead of reading out your full name. But every time I see a new name in chat, my brain forces me to read out the entire thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, everything's fine. Yeah, I've tried to do sniper crossbow only, because someone was like, "Oh, it's the worst weapon in the game," and I mean, it's not. I really do not think it is even remotely close to the worst weapon in the game, because you can, like, it takes forever to fire, but you get insanely good damage out of it if you do it correctly, right? Um, and all the challenge runners who don't actually do research before they call something the worst weapon in the game call it the worst weapon in the game because they're bad at voice tanking, I guess. Um, so I was gonna do a run with it to be like, see, it's not that bad, but I was not mentally prepared for the setup. I do think that would be a fairly simple run and genuinely not that difficult. But I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Close to getting a nickname, capital E right bracket. um, I mean, I don't know. There's not much in your name to make a nickname. I don't think. The worst weapon I would very much consider to be the Ghost Blade. There's really nothing else that can take that. Only because the Ghost Blade, there's nothing you can do to make it good. Like again, the sniper crossbow, you can get good damage out of it if you do things correctly. You can hyper mode with the Ghost Blade and still get awful damage. Trying to think of other weapons that are also really bad no matter what you do. Any weapon you can buff is just like immediately out of contention for the worst weapon. Because you get, Dark Moon Blade and Sunlight Blade, and then suddenly you have good damage of whatever element you want. Yeah, with Leo Ring, yeah. I don't know why I try to open that. My brain immediately goes to RTSR, because hyper mode is funny. But I don't think with Sniper Crossbow that would be a very good idea. I'm pretty sure with like motion values and stuff, that would get you the best damage out of it, but it would be extremely difficult to capitalize on that. But if you just get like Leo Ring and Havels, you're good. Does a sniper crossbow scale? Calamete's Tailcut? I think Calamete's Tailcut is one of the easier ones. Because it just like, it does the glide, it slams its tail down, and then you cut it off instantly, right? I think the hardest Tailcut would probably be Gaping Dragons, just because there's no easy way to do it. Moonlight Greatsword, you get Seath to break the crystal and you run behind him, and that's the whole thing. With Gaping Dragon, you just kind of have to let it charge and get lucky with where it ends up. That was the only tail cut that I actually had any trouble with at all. And even then, I think I still did it first try on stream. No scaling on crossbows, okay. Yeah, then you could just get 40 vigor instantly. Okay, that's a solid idea for a video. I think I'll do that next. After editing the stuff that I have to do. Marcus, what are you... Come up here. Why did you just get summoned? What is your problem? Come here. Yeah, throw Sanctus on your back just to offset power within a little bit. Actually, I guess at like 40 vitality, that's not gonna matter. Probably better to put Grass Crest on your back. Almost, Tarkus. You got this, buddy. Almost. Hey, there you go. Sanctuary Guardian? I forgot about Sanctuary Guardian tail cut. But again, it has moves where it runs past you and then just leaves its tail on the ground for a while. Come on, Darkus, speed him up. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Poor Darkus. I mean, like, I don't think... my weapon ranking isn't exactly objective by any means, but I have a hard time understanding how anyone would put the anything other than the ghost blade at the bottom, because again, it's the only weapon that you cannot make decent, right? Any weapon can get good damage except the ghost blade. Which admittedly, I haven't done parrying dagger or Mailbreaker yet. But Mailbreaker should, if everything goes to plan, be next week. And parrying dagger I want to make a video out of because I think that'll be fun. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is an offhand parry weapon more than an actual weapon, but can it parry? Yeah, Priscilla's tailcut is a little annoying, but as long as you make her visible first, I don't think it's too bad. Wait, not the same. And then you have to also like understand your weapon, but I think your vertebra is penance enough. Did Dark Souls 3 change how reloads work? I actually didn't know that. Do I? Okay, 48 divided by 1.5 is... Wait. Hold on. 24 plus 12 is 36. I think I need 36 strength to do it. Could have done Iron Golem skip. Yeah, my bad. I shouldn't have been a coward. Okay. I should have grabbed Lloyd's Talisman. What am I doing? I should be good at this game by now. So you don't immediately start reloading as soon as you attack with the crossbow? Insane skill issue. Oh my god. Hold on. Alright. That one was just unfortunate. My weapon is completely unupgraded right now. Ooh, that's rough. Okay, and stagger. Nope, never mind. Come back here. Stagger. And stagger. Oh wait, I have grass crest, don't I? Hold on, give me one moment. Oh my goodness. Come back here. Instability damage. I am in Anne Orlando with an unupgraded weapon because I'm going to be using the Crystal Halberd to actually get to the DLC early. Just because that's easier than upgrading 2 entire weapons in a single run. Okay. So far so good. This one's going much better. Mostly because it's refusing to attack me, and I am 100% not complaining about that. Oh. Everything's fine. Greed. Never punished. Okay, this one might be a little bit longer of a fight. Oh, maybe not. That was greed. Rescue shield, my beloved. Pardon me. If I die here, I'm giving myself a Lloyd's Talisman. Am I mid-rolling? The cha-cha slide, as one does, in the middle of a fight. Oh my goodness. I am mid-rolling. Stability damage. Love to see it. Oh my god. My life flashed before my eyes. Greed never punished. Yeah, I don't know. I could have grabbed like the Greataxe and upgraded that to get to the DLC, but that's no fun. When I could just send skip and go straight to the DLC, basically. Fighting the Hydra really under level is rough, but not unreasonable. Okay, real damage. Really? Okay. Shirtless it is. I would recommend DSR Gadget over Cheat Engine for Dark Souls 1 specifically, or Dark Souls Remastered specifically, because it lets you just spawn in weapons without having to replace stuff. You don't have to deal with item gib or whatever. You literally just click spawn weapon and it's in your inventory. It also has stuff like turning off gravity and disabling enemy AI and stuff, but I primarily just use it to give myself weapons and whatever for thumbnails. I actually do use the no gravity button to take screenshots for thumbnail backgrounds, though. Like the one for this stream, I took in Kalamit's Arena, just like way above it. Honk. I haven't used the Halberd in a while, but I remember not hating the moveset. Oh, right. I'm gonna fight 4 kings instead of ringing the bells. Since I need to go to Dark Root anyway. I genuinely forgot that I needed to ring the bells. That thought did not cross my mind at all. You can glitch into the archives, but it's one of the most tedious and difficult glitches. And I do not know how to do it. Oh, I guess I could have gotten Fall Control or whatever, but that one's also kind of difficult. Tuesday is a stream day. I'm streaming twice a week, so I can get used to streaming twice a week, specifically for Dark Souls 2, because I think Dark Souls 2 is going to take 2 streams to do individual weapon runs. Just because it's an insanely long game. Ow. And I have been using Tuesday to do starter weapon runs, but I didn't stream Wednesday last week, and I also accidentally skipped this weapon when I was supposed to do it like 2 months ago. So instead, I'm doing it today. And then I'm going to do Silver Knight Spear tomorrow. And I'm going to do Thief Class and Mailbreaker next week. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 is very much held together by duct tape and prayers. And honestly, that makes it so much better. The archive skip to get into the DLC early? No, you can get the Lord Vessel without placing it, though. You can, if you get the Lord Vessel, then do archive skip. It's not a soft lock. Worst case scenario, I use DSR Gadget, but... I'm pretty sure you can skip Nashka with a death cam glitch, if I remember correctly. There's somewhere in the forest. I might be misremembering that. but I'm 90% sure there's somewhere in the Shaded Woods you can death cam, and that deloads Narco. Again, I might be misremembering that completely, but that feels right. I should learn to do parry walk for Dark Souls 2 streams. I think that would genuinely make those streams a lot more interesting in terms of like progression. The thing about Dark Souls 2 though is the main reason I'm excited to stream it is because of how open the progression is without glitches anyway. Oh. I got frame trapped. I did not expect that to kill. I also didn't expect that to hit me. A modern day cheese? What? That's so disappointing. I thought it was a classic cheese. Lame to be in a relationship. I I assure you, no one is too lame to be in a relationship. I play Dark Souls for a living. Oh my goodness. I swear to God, I pressed the roll button. That's so tragic. The coolest thing? I don't know about that. I don't know. People do flirt with me now a lot more than when I was a janitor. So. A funny person. I'm a streamer. I steal jokes from chat. I'm not funny. I think for that run, you need to specifically do hitless on a LAN so you can get the seppuku ending for that fight. I agree. Being a janitor is cool. I think that is a very good job to have. Unfortunately, it is not a position that a lot of people like to flirt with. And from experience, I expected that to be faster. Oh my goodness, pardon me. Okay, I'm just gonna be a little bit more careful, I guess. I don't know why I expected the running attack to have a lot less end lag, but... The running attack was one of my favorite attacks in my halberd run. Oh. Oh my goodness. Not having lock on for the halberd is kind of rough. I remember why I thought I would hate the moveset. Okay, there we go. It does good damage at least. Could have definitely upgraded it to Crystal +1, but I really don't think that was necessary at all. I guess we'll see how the rest of this fight goes, but... Okay, can you stop? Is it 3? Well, okay. It is 3 for a stagger, but unfortunately Smo did not like that idea. There we go. I don't know. I like the halberd. It's just hard to use if you don't know the moveset very well. I should have been on the other side, but that's fine. Are you one of those people who thinks that the 4-directional rolling is bad for some reason? Even though the game is very obviously and explicitly built around it? And if you're trying to roll in diagonal directions, it's 100% of the time because you're used to a different game instead. Despite the fact that the game very clearly and obviously teaches you how to use the lock-on and the 4-directional rolling in a very intuitive way. Seppuku is underwhelming? That's surprising. Like not having control of the camera. I mean, you don't... It is a way of controlling the camera. I don't think it removes control of the camera. Did I say 36? Should I? I mean, I need endurance, so I don't... I guess I'm gonna have Hovels. I'll go 48 strength first. Hello, Dewey. You are just in time. Gonna start getting ready to go to the DLC at this point. Yeah, the Gargoyle's Halberd is... I don't know, I feel like comparing the Halberd to the other Halberd class weapons is kind of unfair. Primarily because the Halberd has a unique moveset to the other ones, and it's a very useful and very good moveset. It's just hard to use, right? Okay, oh my god, I just tried to open the map so I could warp. I've been playing way too much Elden Ring. Hi, Krista. Welcome. Yeah, I haven't used Alon's sword either. I haven't used a lot of weapons in Dark Souls 2, which is why I'm excited to start streaming it. Explorer is the best starting class? I haven't played that. I haven't used that class yet. I primarily go with Knight or Swordsman, depending on the build that I'm going for. That is a very good reason to enjoy the lock-on, Narpiv. Yeah, the catch pull isn't very good. It's fun. I don't know, early game it's really nice, but you're not really likely to get it early game. And if you are going to use it early game, it's going to be so you could switch to a better weapon later, and that just kind of makes it feel underwhelming. But it's easy to upgrade, so... I wonder if I should do... So, okay. My brain just went on a tangent on its own. Okay, wait. Vamos' hammer. Like, Vamos' hammer is absolutely the worst of the 3 blacksmith hammers, but I think it's a fairly solid weapon for a new game, especially. Like, the only part that it doesn't do super good damage in is, like... I mean, I don't know. It's somewhat underwhelming in the fire area, like the Lost Izalith route, but like even in the DLC, it holds up shockingly well. I guess if you're using no buffs at all, but that's kind of on you for not picking up a buff when using a weapon that isn't particularly suited to a particular area, you know? How is that missing? Oh god. Everything's fine. A special grab attack that works on normal-ish size enemies, yeah. It would have become the Titanite Pebble, but cooler. I mean, the mace is a hammer. Isn't Vamos' hammer a gray hammer? I don't remember. But, like, all standard weapons do better damage than Titanite weapons, just because, like, at worst weapon buffs, you know? Twinkling Titanite weapons in general aren't very good. And in relation to other Twinkling Titanite weapons, Vamos' hammer is very good. Like, especially compared to something like Astora Straight Sword or... like, even Titanite Catchpole, I would argue Vamos' hammer is significantly better. I need to fix my brace. Okay. I didn't see that one. I forgot about that head. Also, wait, what? Shouldn't that be more to the right? Vamos' hammer is a normal hammer? Huh. Even better then, because it attacks faster. I genuinely thought that fall animation was a roll. I got very confused. This is gonna kill me if I don't actually dodge this time. Okay, everything's fine. Get rid of this one because it's the most annoying. Scholar changed movesets? Are you sure? I'm nearly positive that... Oh, that's a cliff. That's so sad. I'm nearly positive that Scholar the Person only changed, like, item locations and stuff. Yeah, streamers watched, it's true. It's because I've been playing Elden Ring. Dragon Rider cheese? Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's funny. I use it every single playthrough because you fight the Dragon Rider multiple other times in the game anyway. And it's also really nice to get into... Hold on, it's in there somewhere. In No Man's Wharf. It's like the branch or whatever super early game without having to fight a boss. And the music just cuts out. It's so great. I'm excited to start streaming Dark Souls 2. I don't know. I love Dark Souls 1, and I've been considering doing more streams after I'm done with all the weapons with like randomizers and stuff. My only problem is that randomizers feel like slop content for Dark Souls streams, you know? Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. Slop content is fun every now and then, but I don't know. It feels weird to leave my favorite game of all time on that kind of note, you know? He doesn't like stagger or not, so you can't like knock him off like that if that's what you mean. But he can just like walk off in the middle of the fight as long as you don't pull up the levers. It's not consistent, but he can. Oh my god, everything's fine. Bonk. At this point, the halberd's gonna break. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're definitely fun. They're fun to play and to watch. They just aren't the most effort content. Which, again, isn't a bad thing, necessarily. I think I've tried to stream a Floggate randomizer. The only problem with Floggate randomizers is I feel like I would get... It would be hard to do on stream, because I would have a hard time remembering things while specifically on stream. Okay, get rid of that one, because that's the most annoying one. I mean, I've done Floggate randomizers without writing anything down or whatever, but... I don't know, I could use Obsidian to make myself a map. Okay, so far so good. This is going much better than last time because I'm actually paying attention to which heads I'm breaking. Who would have thought that when you're doing this insanely underleveled, it makes sense to actually try? It's crazy. Oh. I forgot. I forgot that the water did that. Okay, I'm just gonna go up here and pray. I got it. Everything's fine. Finally. Drake Sword run? You've only done the Drake Sword and Boulder Sword? Starting with the Drake Sword is crazy. I mean, it's a fine weapon through the game. It's not particularly good, but it's fine. But getting the Dragon Scales is incredibly frustrating. I think Dragon Scales are probably my least favorite upgrade material to get. Trying to think what my favorite straight sword in this game is. Honestly, probably the broadsword. I really liked the longsword a lot more than I expected I would when I used it. Being good at directions. I mean, I also pride myself on how good I am at finding my way around places in video games. The same kind of item durability as in Dark Souls 1? Yeah. It sure should. I mean, I like the Baldur's Side Sword. I think it's a really fun and really good weapon. It's just kind of overrated in my opinion. It does good damage, and it's extremely easy to build for because it's pure dex scaling. That's so fucked up. um, but compared to like the versatility on the broadsword moveset or the longsword moveset, I don't know, it's good, but I think Silver Knight Straight Sword is probably my least favorite straight sword. Great Sword isn't that bad. You just fight four kings and then, which you can do extremely early, and get a little bit of humanity, which is very easy to do. Like, worst case scenario, you farm in the depths, but you can also just dupe it if you really don't want to farm for it. And duping humanity is like one of the easiest things to dupe in this game. Again, I like the Baldur's Side Sword. I would put it like top. I mean, I don't know. It's probably my second or third favorite straight sword. It's really good. Favorite straight sword is Astora's because it lets you hold ass in your hands. That's fair, but it also sucks and is incredibly disappointing. Yeah. There's a lot of really good armor in the Souls games that looks awful on the player. Smo's armor comes to mind, or Messmer's armor. I recently beat Messmer for like the third time, and the first time without summons. It was a shockingly fun fight. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. But the armor on the player looks so awful. In my time, there'll be no one. Four Kings isn't that bad. I don't know. They're super easy to RTSR against. I could do that this run. Rolena's armor is peak. I actually don't like Rolena's armor. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the boob plating. I think that throws me off. I started a run with a carrying sorcery sword yesterday, and I've been using the Noble's armor. It's awful armor, but I have no health. I think I'm at like 16 health right now anyway. What I did was the early DLC setup where you script Moog with the Bloodhound's Fang or whatever it's called. the curve sword. And then I respect into 40 intelligence, 20 dexterity, 20 endurance, and like 30 mind. And I had 2 levels left for health. Theralan is a he/him lesbian since he's Dark Souls 2 Artorias. I would consider Fume Dark Souls 2 Artorias. Personally. And considering Fume is gay. Rame or whatever his name is. Oops. I should check my durability, just in case. I think the crystal weapons making use of durability is like the only good thing about the Dark Souls 1 durability system. Which kind of sucks because it's Bloodborne. Well, okay, the problem with Bloodborne using the same durability system as Dark Souls 1 is the only time that's interesting is with the Tonitrus having 0 durability and also being one of the best weapons in the game. I think the Tonitrus is just Bloodborne's version of crystal weapons. Oh my god, safe with thrusting weapons is the worst. But I think Dark Souls 2 did durability the best because it affects everything, but to different degrees. That was very silly of me to do. Oh my god, I'm gonna die to jumpies. I am going DLC early, and I'm fighting the Four Kings. Look, unless you'd rather sit here and watch me try to do Quelaag skip for 10 minutes, this is the better option, trust me. 10 minutes, it's probably closer to half an hour. Can you stop? Oh my god. Thank you. Trans-masked misogynist gay man who left the Old Iron King after learning the Old Iron King wasn't sexist enough. True. Velstadt is the name of his gay lover. Okay, one more strength. I need to go kill 4 kings. Oh, I'm gonna get Havel's Ring first, actually. Before I forget. Well, I mean, I have to go back down there anyway. I'm gonna forget on my way back to the DLC to get Havel's Ring, but, you know. It's fine. Repair your weapon? You can't repair crystal weapons! Durability is fine. It's 13. Is it at risk at 5? I think. After I beat 4 kings, I will grab a chunk and repair it. If you upgrade them, it will repair it, but you can't repair it otherwise. Oh wait, I already have a chunk. Well, I'll repair it after fighting 4 kings. Hello, Scott. Thank you for the kind words. That video... I'm sad about that video. I like it a lot. I think it's a good video, but it took me like 4 weeks to edit because I just, for some reason, had such a hard time editing a Dark Souls 2 video. Special moves are kind of bad to use. I mean, yeah, but if you have... I think the thing about special moves is you can offset how bad they feel to use by just buying repair powder. They're, in that way, they're kind of a finite resource that isn't as finite as other finite resources, if that makes sense. Rame is just too based for Volstat. I don't know, I would say Dark Souls 2 is very similarly paced to Dark Souls 1. Okay, when you don't know Dark Souls 2 as well, yeah, I think it is slower. If you know, I don't know why I grabbed that. If you know Dark Souls 2 very well, I think it becomes the same pace as Dark Souls 1. I think it's also fair to say that the special moves are meant to be used on your main weapon, and then you switch to your backup weapon to finish up the fight. Because, I mean, in Dark Souls 2, you're supposed to have a backup weapon basically at all times. You could also just get the repair spell, which is by far the most useful in Dark Souls 2. Pardon me. Okay, that's cool too. God damn it, no! Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Wasn't even worried. Not even a little bit. You get 5 casts of repair in Dark Souls 2? I actually don't remember, because it's only 1 in Dark Souls 1. But I think you get multiple in Dark Souls 2, especially with higher attunement. I just don't remember the exact levels. Dang, this game's easy. I don't know, I'm a weirdo and like to use one weapon for everything in Dark Souls 2 because I like seeing how one weapon will perform, rather than doing the obvious correct thing and switching between weapons. But the repair requirement is fairly low, and I don't think your catalyst affects it at all, so you can just grab the Witch Tree branch and use it as basically any class. You could also just use Skeptics or Simpleton Spice to bring the requirement down anyway, right? So you can use that on any class. $13 or $14, yeah. Dark Souls 2 is very much worth $40, but it goes on sale a lot. Like a lot? Oh wait, I can just talk to him for the key. Oh my god. That's crazy. I genuinely forgot that that was an option. Anyway. Yeah, I would only say I do think Dark Souls 2 is very worth the $40, but it goes on sale super frequently for like $10, $20. So I would say there's not really any reason to not wait. I'm surprised it's not on sale right now, to be honest. Yeah, that's fair to be. I don't know. It probably won't go on sale again before I start streaming it, but do I have a bone? I don't think I have a bone right now. Yeah, no. That's fine. RTSR is worth a few souls. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 is very difficult to adapt to if you don't go into it expecting something very different from the other Souls games. Oh, true. It goes on sale all the time on Steam. I don't know about other platforms. I didn't even consider that. Yeah, true. Dark Souls 2 is by far the longest Souls game. Like, it's not even close. Or, well, not including Elden Ring, obviously. Dark Souls 2 takes me, on average, like 10 to 12 hours to do all bosses in, as opposed to Dark Souls 1's 3 hours and Dark Souls 3's 4 or 5 at most. So, very much different in terms of length. Yeah, it is a lot more like classic RPG, like dungeon crawler than Dark Souls 1, which is crazy because Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 came immediately off of the back of King's Field, right? Dark Souls 2 took you longer than Elden Ring? I'm trying to think of numbers. I think my first Dark Souls 1 playthrough was 55 hours. My first Dark Souls 2 playthrough... I need to put this on before I forget. My first Dark Souls 2 playthrough was like... I don't even remember. Probably around the same length. My first Elden Ring playthrough, I got all achievements and took me around 80 hours. And then first Dark Souls 3 playthrough was only like 20 to 40. It was by far the shortest because I played it last. I mean, I played Elden Ring last, which is probably why it didn't take me that long. That's unfortunate. I forgot how low your health needs to be for a TSR at this level. Okay. There we go. Thank you. I'm not sure what the motion values are like on the halberd, to be honest. Pretty good, as it turns out. Where are you? Oh my god. Probably just 1.2. Which, if you don't know what I'm yapping about, the red tier stone ring is a 1.5 times motion value multiplier, not a 1.5 times damage multiplier. And because of how damage calculations work, that actually makes it better for most weapons. Come back. Stop! God damn it! I hate this boss with every fiber of my being. Awesome. Even better. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. No RTSR. My brain is very confused right now. I keep pressing Y and R1 so to two-hand my right-handed weapon because I've been playing way too much Elden Ring. And Night Rain too. I'm getting the stone Greataxe right after this boss, basically. Or, well, I guess I need to fight Sanctuary Guardian as well. But I swear to God. Slowest 4 Kings fight I've ever done at this point. Hey, RTSR setup. Fully intentional. Where's the other one? Actual 4 Kings fight? That's crazy. Did I just hear magic? It doesn't matter. Yeah, I keep crouching. Or when I first started playing Elden Ring again, I kept crouching instead of surge sprinting. Okay, 48, and that should be good for now. Okay. Very unlucky 4 Kings fight, but it ended up working out shockingly well. Oh, Dark Souls 2 hollowing health loss is a lot less impactful than a lot of people make it out to be. You get effigies constantly. A lot of people are just like scared to use effigies for no reason. And also there is the Ring of Binding, which decreases your health loss anyway. So highly recommend not worrying about hollowing in Dark Souls 2. It's really not that big of a deal. Yeah, I also use flasks on the pouch in Elden Ring. I put Crimson on left, Cerulean on right, and my Physic on up, and it's so nice. Going between that is the hardest thing to switch between when going between Elden Ring and Night Rain. Trying to press my healing button from Elden Ring and Night Rain and just nothing happening, and then getting obliterated. Less teeth. Dark Souls 2 hollowing is the most terrific. I mean, I guess you see the gradual effects of it, for sure. Dark Souls 3's is a lot less irreversible, though. I would argue that Dark Souls 3 is more horrifying. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 showers you with effigies. If you're hollow and you have 2 little health, you just use an effigy. It's really not that big of a deal. Oh no, horse down. Horse should always be down. Are you okay? Okay, after... I probably should have repaired my weapon there, but... Oh, Hornet Ring. Fastest Havel fight you will ever see on a Solar Pellet stream. I mean, to be fair, it's very possible to just not hollow in Dark Souls 3 by never talking to Yol. I'm gonna swap this out for this, and also put on armor. The fastest Havel fight you will ever see on any Solar Pellet stream. I hate Torrent. That's not true. I like Torrent, but Torrent is annoying a lot of the time, and Torrent will never be my right-hand stallion. Especially because I had Ken and Torrent as not a man. Because 5 levels isn't that useful? I don't know. Dark Souls 3 leveling is kind of worthless. We need to go to the archives. I forgot about the archives. That's crazy. I forgot to go to the archives. Yeah, but 5 levels isn't that useful. I don't know. I would rather not be hollow and have fashion than to be hollow and have 5 whole levels, which just isn't that useful in Dark Souls 3. Especially when Like, worst case scenario, I can just grab a ring that gives me those levels anyway. It's nice for the first couple playthroughs, but after that, it's just like not worth it at all. Like, I don't think Dark Souls 3 has good character creation, but again, I would rather look somewhat nice than not at all. Archives? A little bit. I'm just gonna get the pendant and leave, unfortunately. When you get on Torrent, you run forward. Okay, my problem with Torrent is the exact opposite. I hate how when you get on Torrent, you just stop moving sometimes. It's so annoying. Dark Weapon is locked behind being hollow? I didn't know that. That's really annoying. I tend to avoid magic in Dark Souls 3. For the most part. Even when I'm doing an intelligence playthrough. Like, I don't know. I did a little bit of a, what's it called? The lightsaber from the DLC. I did a little bit of a run with that. And had a bunch of intelligence and just did not use sorceries at all. Don't shoulder check me, please. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, there it is. Finally. This is bad. Okay, everything's fine. Oh my god! Ow, that hurt. Oops. Why did it start on yes? What? Okay, and now I need to upgrade my weapon and then go to the DLC. I'm also gonna open DSR Gadget. Yeah, Sanctuary Guardian is my favorite boss in the whole game. It'll be easy. Demon Souls levels don't have an order. You just do whatever. Then the numbers are only there to make it easier. I need tools. The numbers are only there from the community to make it easier to know what is what. Because, like, who's gonna remember the very simple names of Shrine of Storms, Valley of Defilement, Tower of Latria, Stonefang Tunnel, and Boletaria Castle. I might as well upgrade this, right? Where are you off to? And no, the numbers are fully community made. There's nothing there. Actually, most of the levels don't even have names in the game. Shrine of Storms refers to the entire fourth world and not just the first of the four worlds. The remake did add actual names to the levels, but I don't remember what most of them are. I think like 4-1 is Shrine of Storms. 4-2 is like Road of Iniquity or something. I don't know. They did add names, but they're not like in the original. And they don't indicate an order or anything. Demons, souls, this is... I wish the Demon Souls remake was good. It's fine. Honestly, if they just kept the original music, it would be like 10 times better immediately. Should have got the Rusted Iron Ring. Oh. I forget I genuinely, like, in my brain, it did not register that this was a modification that I made to a mod instead of being vanilla. I genuinely forgot this water doesn't slow you down normally. It does make stamina management here a lot more fun, and something you actually need to pay attention to. Seaman's dolls. Wait, would it censor that if you're misspelling seaman? Ian, the sanctuary guard. Yeah, true. It does not, indeed. Fuck you. Or censor you. Same thing. Alright, now I can actually get the weapon. An hour into stream. Do I have actually enough for a level? I do. That's probably more endurance than I need, but it's fine. I think I'm gonna, if I can fast roll, then I'm gonna start leveling health. Oh, I need to fight these guys. Okay. Manu, thank you so much. I am kind of shocked YouTube didn't censor that. Thank you. Ah, everything's fine. I appreciate it a lot. Damn, it'd be cool if the halberd had a good moveset. Here we go. You know, I'm gonna kill this one, and then I'm gonna spawn in the weapon. In Dark Souls 1? Discussion while farming. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to go with... I don't know. I have good answers for the other games, but not Dark Souls 1, because Dark Souls 1 has too much. Oh yeah, the pickup move? Okay, that wasn't the pickup move. There we go. Oh, imagine if I got it first try. Halberd only run named Jim Halberd. Why not Halberd and do a Guardian cosplay? Oh no, that's so many more enemies than I wanted. Oh my god. Nope, everything's fine. It was only these two. I assume... it's a Twinkling Titanite weapon, but I'm actually not sure. It occurs to me. These guys are a lot less of a problem than I remembered, to be honest. I remember these guys being extremely annoying, but they're just not difficult, even remotely. There's two guardians there. Hopefully they don't chain pull, because if they chain pull, this is going to be an issue. They do not chain pull. Oh my god. Oh my god. Of course it uses the most annoying attack. Here we go. That's the pickup move. Okay. That's the move that makes these guys annoying. Because they swing their weapon and then they pick their weapon up off the ground and that's what hurts you most. Which is really dumb. And then they added that to every other big enemy in the entire series ever after this moment. Which was really dumb also. Oh. He backed up. He read me like a book. Another Twinkling Titanite. Try to be tried upon by Priscilla in the snow. Understandable. Yeah, I guess Dark Souls 1 would probably be Priscilla for me as well. Night Rain would be either Caligo or Noster. Very easily. Mimics are a serious contender. But the creature thing, guarding power within, is your choice? That's so valid, actually. Mimics are fine. I feel like I don't like Mimics as much as the average lesbian, unfortunately. I do like Mimics, just not as much. Why did that one... The Scarecrow just broke. I wouldn't even say Priscilla's a hear me out. She's a big fluffy woman. That's just good. Okay, if that right there is a 4-prong plow, then I'm switching streams. Oh my god, that's a pickup move. Get out! I'm dead. No, I'm not. Everything's fine. Oh my god. There we go. No axe. No 4-prong plow. That is a twinkling light though. My biggest hear me out in Dark Souls 1. I haven't put much thought into that, because I feel like there isn't very much that is, like, properly a hear me out. Because, like, Mimic is hot. It's a hear me out, but for the persuasion of people who watch my streams, that's just hot. You know what I mean? Twilight is also not a hear me out. Neither half of her is a hear me out. Great Divine Ember isn't alive. Tragic. Like, I wouldn't even consider Calamite a hear me out, you know what I mean? I think my biggest hear me out is a hear me out for bad reasons, and I will refrain from saying it on stream. That is my statement. Oh my goodness. Okay, if I don't get it from this one, I'm gonna hack it in for sure. Just trying to get to a better position. Ah! Okay, well, I'm hacking it in. I will say in the Discord if somebody reminds me. Oh, the Balder Knight with the helmet. With the closed helmet. I need to be drinking more water. My bad. Okay, DSR gadget, items. Oh, melee weapons. Stone Greataxe. Where is it? I'm slightly blind, but it's okay. There we go. Gaping Dragon would be a hear me out. For sure. I don't know, it is literally just... That's an anatomical word, but I don't think YouTube will appreciate it, actually. It looks very anatomical. Just ate a poisonous worm? Vomit it out. I think that's the best thing you can do. Oh my god, I'm gonna die to scarecrows. Everything's fine. I actually don't know what these things are called. I don't know where scarecrows come from, but I'm like 90% sure that's not the official name. I agree. I think every single character in Souls games should be barefoot. So, fun fact, in Elden Ring Night Rain, the only character besides Guardian who has a barefoot skin is actually Scholar. Every other character whose feet you can see are wearing sandals, including Undertaker and Recluse. Gardeners? Perhaps. Oh my god. Everything's fine. I should have, like, 6 Twinkling Titanite right now. The rest I can just buy, I guess. Yeah, Miyazaki finally got to Ishizaki. It's like, but think about how hot Scholar is, you know? Like, you have to give him the barefoot skin. And Ishizaki was like, oh my god, you're right. Yeah, I have to. Oh, true, actually, Revenant. I forgot about Revenant. Revenant's a doll. That doesn't count. He's also a child. So I feel like that also doesn't count for multiple reasons. I did genuinely completely forget about Revenant, though. Kill Chester for his gloves. No, thank you. I'd rather not be spin kicked to death 16 times for a funny hat. I guess well, no, all of Revenant skins are the doll, huh? The undead merchant, the female undead merchant. I mean, I guess she's just a woman. I'm not like a particularly conventionally attractive woman by any means, but she's just kind of a woman. Okay, Chamber of the Princess. So I think I'm just gonna dupe souls to buy a Twinkling Titanite. Assuming it's even a Twinkling Titanite weapon. It genuinely might not be, but I'm like 90% sure it is. We're not purists. It's just like, I don't know. You can't say, I don't know. The problem is there was a trend of hear me out cakes where you would take a cake and you would put a picture of a character on a popsicle stick on the cake, and it's like, these are my hear me outs. And then people would say things like, or say people like, I don't know, like the most conventionally attractive actor you can think of. And then that made it so that hear me outs have to be actual hear me outs. Made people a lot more strict. It's like, hear me out, Megan Fox. And it's like, yeah, okay, whatever you say. Don Cheadle. Okay, purchase. I need 4 of these. Do I need 24k? I don't need to farm. Or I don't need to dupe, I guess. I did say that. I didn't think Don Cheadle would be one to come up, though, honestly. Okay, purchase. I don't even know if I actually need Twinkling Titanite. I probably should have checked that. Okay, good. 2k per? That's awesome. This is not 10k. Could be worse. Okay, an hour and 20 minutes into the stream, and I actually have the weapon. Is this fast roll? Okay, I need to fight gargoyles as soon as possible so I can get the Ring of Favor. This thing is stupid heavy. Undead Parish. Oh, this Monster Hunter weapon, yeah. I like that it's literally just a tree that is still attached to the ground. And it's also a Greataxe, despite being very obviously a hammer. Just like the Demon's Greataxe. Demon's Greataxe is slightly more axe-shaped, actually. This is also somewhat axe-shaped. Where am I going? What am I doing? Hear me out, Dark Souls 3? I mean, I can think of a couple. Like, personally, not my type, but I would consider Osiris a Hear Me Out if that was someone's thing. Maybe the Ancient Wyvern? Or like... Madeir? The McFlies in the painting DLC. The Marty McFlies. Actually, this weapon is very clearly Y-shaped, Menu. Midir is as much a hear me out as Calamite. I disagree. I think Midir is slightly more. I don't know. That might just be bias against Midir. But excuse me. Oh my god. E-shaped, true. I agree. They're hinting toward the next Pokemon game. Pokemon P. Pikachu is going to be the star Pokemon again. The Locust Man from Ring City. I shall partake. I hate those things. Madeira is more conventionally attractive? I don't know, I disagree. You're probably right, but I don't like Madeira, so I'm gonna disagree. Ow. I am so glad that hit me before it got buffed. Weird Chimera prisoners. The failed dragons. The ones that actively have... I don't want to think about that anymore, actually. Never mind. I hate those things. Okay, well, damage. Less damage than other Greataxes, but still damage. And that's what we like to see. Okay, so Caligo from Night Rain, right? To me, that is the most attractive dragon that FromSoft has ever made. What is the conventional opinion on that? what would your view of that be? I think Lanciax. I think Lanciax is a very close second. I played Night Rain, but seen how the dragon looks. Yeah, a very hot dragon. Ironically, considering its thing is ice. Calico. Peak conventionally attractive, okay. Of Light Fury? Yeah. Yeah, you're right, and that makes me feel really bad. Oops. I don't know, I think the Elden Ring Ancient Dragons are pretty hot. Bonk. Oh, I thought that was gonna kill me. Oop. God, using slow weapons in this game feels so weird. This is how I started playing this game, and after so long of primarily using faster weapons, it just feels wrong. Yeah, I mean the Ancient Dragons are awful to fight, but they're definitely hot. Doesn't this thing have a special R2? Is that the one-handed R2? What the? That's a very funny attack. Bale is too stocky? Yeah, I agree. I don't think Bale is hot. The Bale fight itself is extremely cool and has probably the best music in Elden Ring, but I don't think Bale himself is hot by any means. Greataxe's special attack is L2. That's a block. Okay, I think I need to quit out so that Logic moves down here so I can crunch his bones. Gadutri avatar is a good hear me out. I agree. Gooby tree. Ah, there it is. It's a double tap on the R2. That was pretty awesome. Can I fast roll? Oh my god, fast roll. It's beautiful. What's a good Elden Ring? Hear me out. Like, the problem with Elden Ring is there are a lot of very conventionally attractive things in Elden Ring, you know? Like, obviously you have Millennia or Promised Consort or Mikola or Mesmer or whatever, but there are very few not conventionally attractive things. Like, there's Raya. I think I wouldn't consider Serpent Form Raya a hear me out, personally. I guess you could say, like, Rykard is a hear me out, but he's not my type, personally. Gideon. You shouldn't call women things. Yeah, Gideon is just kind of a guy. The only good thing Gideon has ever done is taken Celavis's potion so that I could get Magic Scorpion Charm without murdering Nefeli. I guess I could do DLC at this point. Probably wouldn't be too difficult. Having low health is... but... Whenever hear anyone out about anyone who says it about a man. Yeah, I agree for the most part. The thing is... I'm very positive that I'm technically omnisexual, but there are so few men that do it for me. Regal Ancestor Spirit? I get it. Not my type personally, but I get it. Trying to think of other Elden Ring things. I've been playing it a lot recently, but my brain is just kind of completely blanking on things like that. Like, I just go to dragons, and at this point, I don't think those are truly hear me outs. Land octopus. That's a good one. I agree. Half decent damage for sure. Okay, I was gonna say I don't think I'll get a chance to use the R2, but my mind has been changed. I forgot that I had to care about stamina. Never mind. No R2. Sad. What? That didn't hit? I was almost positive that was going to stagger her, and then it didn't. That was horrifying. God, especially when they are attracted to their beak. Thinking back on it, Dark Souls 1, biggest hear me out, would absolutely be Pasaka. And not because I think that's that dramatic of a hear me out, because everyone who watches my streams thinks that the Pasakas are attractive, but because they're so unreasonably attractive for how much of a hear me out they are. You know what I mean? Family banger fanboy. Yeah. I don't know. Mikola doesn't do it for me personally. The prisoners and Cease archives, yeah. the Pasakas. I should probably level up endurance more, but I like surviving. I'll go 20 vitality and then level up endurance to like 40 or something. If I have the levels for it. The lore behind them? I mean, they're just women who got transformed into that form, right? But I don't think that makes them... I don't think that makes it that... I don't think it makes that physical form less hot itself. Oh my god, I never fought Ceaseless. I forgot. That's crazy. Does the R2 obliterate the durability on this? 696? No, it does not. That's cool. It does definitely take durability, but not that much. That's the other stuff? No, he was just transforming them. Because his whole thing is trying to, like, find immortality, right? That's, like, his whole thing. That's, like, everything he does. The only reason he betrayed the dragons is so that he could get access to Gwyn's... Well, I mean, he was jealous because he didn't have scales. But also so he could get access to Gwyn's information so that he could find immortality. And that had to do... And the Pasakas had to do with that, I think. Alright, good luck, Narpiff. With Renala's hat. Oh, the Rolana's hat. No, Renala. I get them backwards. Renala is the one with the tube hat. Yeah. It is imperative that the cylinder remain unharmed. Renala is the tube hat, true. Rolana is the one who uses Miyazaki's balls. Renala is the one who wants Radagon's balls. I think that's the easiest way to remember them. Okay, wait, let me check durability. 696. That is dramatically disappointing damage. Okay, it doesn't take durability though. There we go. I mean, I feel like you can harm the tube. You're being censored. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, true. That's only if it's extremely consensual, but yes. No borrowing their tooth. Oh my goodness. Oh, my toes. That's unfortunate. That's tragic. There you go. Renala is like probably the least attractive humanoid NPC in Elden Ring for me. I'm not sure what it is. The ones I like the most probably would be Raya and... Oh my god, I forgot her name. Roderica. Yeah, she is mommy, but that alone doesn't do it for me. Just very... That's... I love using, like, unnecessarily, like, pretentious language to describe the cylinder quandary. Like, imperative and I swear to God, I know how to pronounce that word. Sisyphean. Jesus. Don't understand why it didn't want the cylinder. Didn't wait for the cylinder to soften. Oh, oh, that's tragic. I'm shocked I didn't take damage there. This is why I don't use larger weapons very often. You get fewer attack opportunities, and while you get more damage for the attack opportunities you do get, so they work for some playstyles, I'm way too greedy at this point. To actually, yeah, see, to actually wait for good attack opportunities. 7-11. Yeah, I don't like Rolana in terms of, like, attractiveness, I guess. I also don't super love the boss fight. Rolana is mommy, not Renala. I don't know. Rolana's armor is just not attractive for me. Again, I think it's the boob blading, but couldn't tell you. Why did they do that? Why did they make the names exactly the same? Like, they must have done it on purpose. But, like, why? I'm gonna do Centipede Demon, and then I'm gonna go to Archives, because things are already extremely out of order. And then after Archives, I'm gonna do DLC, because it's funny to do DLC before 2 of the Lords. I mean, okay, look, it's not like that. I'm just already here. It's circumstance, not preference. The only situation in which it could potentially be preference when referring to centipedes in particular would be Ramina, and even then, Kosakas are hotter than Ramina, so... What the? I completely forgot he could do that. What the fuck? He used it twice. What the fuck? Okay, so first of all, I didn't rest. Second of all, UFO. That's crazy. Third of all, that is one of the rarest moves in all of Dark Souls. The only thing... Oh, it's because I ran away in phase 2. Oh my god. Okay. So Centipede Demon has 2 phases. Phase 1, if you run away, he throws his arm at you. In phase 2, if you run away, he throws fireballs at you. But there's literally no reason to ever run away in phase 2. So that move is insanely rare. No, a lot of people don't even know it exists. And the only move that I would say is less common is the Bed of Chaos's Meteor attack, which is also insanely rare. But you can't, like, actually trigger it in the same way. Okay, I'm gonna put orange chart on. There are other like rare moves, like the Four Kings um second magic attack, which was actually used at the beginning of my Four Kings fight in this run, which is really cool that we're seeing multiple rare moves, but I didn't expect that. There's also Quailag's Butt Shake, which we did not get in this run because I wasn't behind Quailag for very long. Okay, Centipede Demon. That hit me. I love mineraling. Also, probably should have rolled to the side instead of directly toward him, but that's not the point. I forgot about Ghost of Yote. I played a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima, but it really wasn't my style of game. And the downward fireball toss is a lot less rare because you're always right up in his grill in phase 2. I don't know why I said grill. That might be the first time I've ever said that. One more. Greed. Greed was worth it. Never punished. That was a shockingly long Centipede Demon fight just because I died. Okay. Archives. So, in Orlando. I'm gonna put this on to get up in there, Jesus Christ. What is with my words today? To get up into the archives, and then I'm gonna switch the Rearing of Sacrifice. And I need to remember to do that. Does Axe do strike? I think it does standard. Yeah, standard damage. I think all great axes do standard damage. Great hammers do strike. Hey, Ven. It's been a while. If the Pasaka just said something, I could not see it because I have top chat on instead of live chat, which is tragic. Is it finally censoring Girlpy? What happening? Yeah. No worries. Don't expect you to be here every run. But it is always a nice time when you are here. It was kind of tragic that I'm gonna actually go to live chat. It was kind of tragic you weren't here for the spear run. Up in you. Okay, that's what they that's what it was censored. Preferably, yeah. Will this hit? Oh my god. Wait, why did it... Okay, hey, a boar helm. Okay, that explains a lot, man, actually. Oh yeah, I don't understand. Usually they censor everyone other than Pazaka, but today it's the opposite. Pardon me. This is tragic. Shadow banned from YouTube. Yeah, at this point. Oh, you know what? Speaking of YouTube, if you're enjoying the stream, I would really appreciate a like. Lets me know that I'm doing a good job, that people are enjoying what I'm making, and also really helps with the algorithm, which means I'm gonna get more viewers, which means I will be able to survive easier, which is really important for, I mean, especially queer people at this point in time. And genuinely all it takes is a click of a button, and it does help a lot. Obviously, direct money is good too, but most people can't do that. So, no worries. If you don't want to give money to YouTube and you do still want to give money to me, there is a link in the description to a coffee that you can donate to instead. Keep forgetting to do that. That's why I mention it. At least that's why I try to remember to mention it. Sometimes I forget, but sometimes I don't. Usually someone else says it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I have to go. Never mind, the bathroom is occupied. Ko-Fi, yeah. I mean, I've heard it as coffee. I feel like it makes sense as coffee, considering their logo is a cup of coffee. Your time is nay. You approach. Indeed. That funky music, Snake Boy. What would it taste like to eat Seath? Probably like chicken. Uh-oh. Almost got grabbed by the wrong one. Stop it! Okay. That wasn't a grab. Okay, I gotta keep track. One in the middle right now. Hold on. It's impossible to grab me on the stairs. That works. Sure. Okay, now I have to be very careful. That's... tragic. Yeah, from behind. Oh, it's okay. We can still get the backstab. You're... I'm not gonna say that, not on YouTube. I'll get there. I'm hurrying. Dragons are not dinosaurs, but they give the same vibe. Therefore, they also taste like chicken. You're right. The first one was a kiss. not Jesus, not an attempted grab. It was a kiss. The foreplay. Hey, there we go. That worked out. A very sensual Pasaka encounter today. Oh my god. Which is more than usual, which is surprising, considering the usual Pasaka encounter. Do I care about dying here? Probably not. Okay, well. Pardon me. Kind of sick of fighting Flame Lurker and dropping down a hole. I always fight for Flame Lurker near the end. Actually, that's not true. I try to fight Flame Lurker early. I always regret not, excuse me, fighting him during the ends, or near the ends, because he's extremely difficult to compared to literally every other boss in the game. Oh, I don't want to kill that one. I wanted to give that one backshots. I mean, backstab that one. Usually I'll go through 1-1 and 1-2, and then 2-1, then 3-1, 3-2, 3-3, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, and 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, and then I go back to 2-2 and 2-3, and do 1-3 and 1-4. I mean, preferably, Alyssa. decide how I'm gonna do the fire longsword. Literally every single one, every single comment that I've gotten about it has said that they would prefer I do it in the mod. So I'm gonna do it in my mod. Here's the Queen's Tower. It's the place where you fight the Yellow King, whatever. Oh. Freudian slip? But no, it was intentional. It was an intentional slip of the tongue. Okay. I need to be careful. YouTube is scary. I haven't actually been demonetized on anything except for the one video that I did with Aurora a long time ago. And I'm pretty sure it was because I left... It was either because I left a single fuck in the video, or it was because of a couple vulgar jokes. Aurora is a bad influence, true. He's cool. Where's my armor? Not... What's that? Me right now, waiting for the bathroom to not be occupied. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be. You wouldn't be the first person to transition after joining this community. It's been at least one, probably more, that I just don't remember. Already went through your self-discovery phase? You can have more than one. I had multiple. There was the one where I realized that I was a girl, and then there was the one that I realized that I was a fox, and then I transitioned from red fox to Arctic fox, which was a whole thing. And now, being compared to a red fox actually gives me insane dysphoria. So... I want to explode something? Me too. I will not elaborate. I want to explode Seath's crystal, and not in like an innuendo way, because Seath is disgusting. Seath is yucky. Having to specify, look. It's with Seath, I think the clarification is necessary. Speaking of being Therian, I I have recently realized that one of my ticks is a bark. This did not happen intentionally. It just kind of happened. I have a tick where I shake my head. And wait, what? Why are you... Okay. That was horrifying. I didn't have... Ow. I don't think I've ever been hit by that attack. That's crazy. I didn't have any audible ticks until now, where it's actually just a bark from the East Coast. What? Wait, what does the East Coast have to be with being Therian? So many filled spots and yet no bingo. Tragic. There we go. Wait, why were you asking? What did I say that would have implied that I'm from the East Coast? It's very much the opposite. I've lived on the West Coast my entire life. I lived in Tillamook, Oregon. Basically born in a cheese factory. And then I moved to... Or I lived in Tillamook County most of my life, actually. And then I moved to McMinnville, Oregon, which is kind of close to, like, Portland Metro. And now I live in Seattle. I mean, I just wonder why you're asking that question in the first place. Where did the coast liver vibes come from? Doesn't sound like I'm inland. I mean, I'm not, so I guess that makes sense. I am from Tillamook Cheese. I don't know. my brain went back to getting euphoria from being Syrian. It's... I would rather be a boy fox than a girl human. is where my identity is at. Girl fox would be peak, obviously, but like being a fox would genuinely be more euphoric than being a woman, which is very strange to think about, but Tillamook is a lovely place. Oh, it's all right. It's very much like, having lived there, it's a nice town, but it's very much different when you're a tourist there. Because I after living in Seattle for like a couple of years, I ended up going back to Tillamook, because my partner, one of my partners, has never lived in Tillamook, and has only been there as a tourist. She's always lived in like the Portland metro area. And experiencing Tillamook in that way makes it a very different town. I don't know. Tillamook is nice. I do think it's a really good little town, and also the county. That's... Oh my god! I rolled back instead of to the side. This is tragic. What has Night Rain done to me? I wanted to heal instead of knocking him out of that, which is probably the wrong choice, but it's fine. Oop. Jump attacks are probably the way to go here. Stamina management is important too. Washed indeed. This is tragic. What's even the point of it all? I died to Artorias, the easiest DLC boss. Too much time playing Roll Stop, true. Oh, I should go activate Calamite. That's probably important. Bonk. Bonk. The fast attack animation is so funny. Armored Core is not Mech Slap. Mech Slap is like... It's like... What's it called? I don't remember. There's another mech game. Oh, he turns around. I thought he kept going that way. Anyway, Armored Core is not Mech Slap. There are other games that are Mech Slap. Armored Core is not Mech Slap. Like, Dark Souls 1 has rolling, but it's not Roll Slap. Dark Souls 3, on the other hand, is Roll Slap. Elden Ring goes back and forth between being roll slap and not roll slap. Because like there's some bosses where positioning is just like vastly more important than dodge timing, like Gaius or Mesmer or Romina or whatever. But then you get to like Promise Consort or like Melania or Radagon, and it is just pure roll slap. I need to get my roll slapped for real. I'm kind of surprised I had time to do that, because that did feel safe. Could be only two. Good. Melania is very much not positioning. Having fought, like Melania, yes, positioning does matter for Melania, but she is not entirely positioning based. Your dodge timing is far more important than your positioning. You roll behind her and that's the whole fight. Like, yeah, it's not Radagon where it doesn't matter where you roll, but you roll behind her, and that's the only thing you do in the entire Melania fight. I have exclusively great takes because I can back them up, actually. I usually stop playing Elden Ring before I get that far, admittedly, but I have fought her several times, including without summons. And you can dodge every single one of her attacks by just rolling behind her. The only exceptions are like Waterfowl, where you have to do a janky unlock and then run around her and then roll through her, but then not too far in the wrong direction. And that's the only exception. Like Malekith is also very heavily positioning based, but is also roll slap. Like those are not mutually exclusive. Dark Souls 3, I can't think of a fight that's like exclusively positioning based in Dark Souls 3. Oh my god. The closest thing I can think of is like Crystal Sage. Maybe Gale? I guess you could argue that no, because Gale just attacks constantly, so it is still very much roll slap. Ursra, I guess. Yeah, true. Kind of Crystal Sage, but less so. I should have healed, but it's fine. Everything's a-okay. Whoop. Champion Gundyr is very much roll slap. It's very fun roll slap, but it's very much roll slap. Like Twin Princes, it's another fight where positioning very much matters, and it's very, very fun, but it still rolls up. Shattering the eggs in the treasury? Oh, Triusi. That was very different words than I read. Kind of wish I hadn't corrected myself. That follow-up does so little damage for how slow that is. It's roll slap. It's slap if it's... Wait, slap doesn't mean not fun. That's not at all what that means. What? Reality TV is like the first instance of the, in my experience at least, one of the first instances of the use of the term slop to mean like, with the context that I'm using. Did I not pick up the key? It's fine. I have DSR gadget. It's fine. It's okay, Narabiv. I have DSR gotcha. It's really not a big deal. It doesn't matter. Anyway, reality TV is like famously extremely fun to watch, but also extremely slop content, right? It's roll slop because all that matters in the fight is, or rather, it's extremely full of rolls, you know? Like you're like, or not champion, Pontiff Sullivan is a great example of that, because the entire fight you're just rolling the whole time, and that's how you do the fight. That doesn't mean it's bad. That doesn't mean it's unfun. It's just a lot of rolls, and that's the whole fight. With Dancer, you're constantly rolling. You have to carefully time your rolls, and positioning does matter for Dancer, but it's still roll slop because there's a lot of roll, and it's like basically exclusively rolling. Understandable, Krista. Dark Souls 2 has Zalon. Dark Souls 2 also has Fume. They can definitely both be argued to be roll slop. Dark Souls 2 is very much mostly positioning, yeah. Get down here. I don't want back shots, unfortunately. As much as I would like them, not right now. Position slop. True. I think the reason that roll slop is used is because it's the least interesting way to make a fight difficult. Like, you just have to time your rolls. Like, it's difficult, sure, but it's not a particularly interesting way to make something difficult, as opposed to analyze, or as opposed to like looking at the moves and how the weapon swings, or how, you know, where the hitboxes are likely to be and positioning around them, or rolling in the correct direction, or whatever. It's just like timing rolls, which again isn't mutually exclusive with the other things, but that was greedy. I forgot that that animation is different. I suck at this game. Every day is Big Beautiful Woman Appreciation Day. A holiday that I actually get to be the subject of. That's crazy. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, in general, for a lot of people, less interesting than the other forms of difficulty that you can add to a boss fight. I don't know, like, Fulgur is very much... Everdark Fulgur is my favorite boss in Irene, and is 1000% roll slop. Stretch marks are underrated, I agree. I was gonna say something that I probably shouldn't. He just staggered. That was horrifying. I was about to say something that I should not say on YouTube, but speaking of stretch marks, if somebody reminds me on the Discord later. Oh my goodness. That's two things that people need to remind me of on the Discord later. I don't remember the first one at all. It was... Oh yeah, my biggest hear me out in Dark Souls 1 that I wasn't going to say on stream. And... stretch marks. Whoop. It is, Krista. You gotta wake up Dusk by doing a jump attack. Oops. I've never actually killed Dusk. I thought she would drop humanity, but now I just feel kind of bad. Biggest Dark Souls one. I'm not gonna say it on YouTube. It's not Okay, it's not that bad. I just don't think that this is the best place to try and defend it, is the thing. Because we've already had the conversation on the Discord multiple times for a lot of different reasons. Um, primarily being Falquar, I think is the primary reason that discussion has been had before. And the thing is, it's oh yeah, the key. It's not even like a big hear me out. It's just like the only one that would need to be defended in any meaningful way. What's it called? The crest key? There you go. Quest key, indeed. Yes. Weird pause? Yeah, nothing transpired. What do you mean? No, that's fine. I'm pretty sure the bathroom is still occupied anyway. Lothric and Lorien discourse on stream. I mean, yeah, that one's a lot easier to explain though. uh, she has IBS is the issue, and also has ADHD. So she goes in there because of IBS, is in there for like half an hour, and then has ADHD, and is in there for another half an hour. It's not uncommon at all. She'll just be sitting there watching TikToks for multiple hours sometimes. Just like that, yeah. I imagine that's not the most uncommon. I also have IBS, which, you know what? For some reason, it's always the worst on stream days. And it sucks. I do not live with Rhea. It just turns out that literally every hot woman in the entire world has IBS. Every single one. I'm to smash Calamite. Yippee. Hello, Calamite. IBS is irritable. Oh my god, I was not ready for that. Irritable bowel syndrome. Okay, most hot women have IBS. My bad. Honk. Smashing Calamite's cloaca right now. This is tragic. Yeah, I was so ready to get hit by that for you, Vin, but I wanted to survive, unfortunately. Ow. That hurt. Okay, everything's fine. It's Calamite. What do you expect, Samaro? That's just like par for the course for my streams. That was extremely greedy. I thought I was gonna die there. I thought it was over. It was over, as it turns out. It's crazy. You're welcome, Ben. That's making up for not getting hit by the tail, Sam. does Falco have to do with cloacas? No bingus. This is tragic. I hope this isn't a Cheerio story kind of weapon. Okay, but why would you hear about cloacas from Falco? Falco is transmask. I'm pretty sure male birds also have cloacas. Falco from Melee, yeah, that's true. Was he in Star Fox, or did he show up in 64? I don't remember. I'm not up to date on my Star Fox lore. Yeah, true. Falco is transmask. Not relevant to whether or not he has a cloaca. Okay, color meat being extremely kind today. 2 of them. As the first attack in a row. I'm gonna be less greedy this time, I think. That's the wrong one. Everything's fine. Oh, tragic. That's tragic. Help. Everything's fine. No tail slam this time because I couldn't position correctly because I needed a heal. Learning too much about birds right now. Bird watch. Bird creep. No comment. I'm sure there's a joke you could make there about whatever that song is. About being a bird creep, but I don't know what that joke is because I don't know that song well enough. Where you going, buddy? I don't know if that was a safe attack. I think it was. The Will Smith becomes a bird movie? Huh. I think Bird Hop is just E621. I don't know if that second one was safe. It definitely didn't feel like it. Mondo damage? I disagree. This feels pretty underwhelming, to be honest. Okay, give me something. Not that. God damn it. This weapon sucks. Krista, that's... yeah. Never seen something chunk Calamy like this. Great Club does far more damage. I think the Great Club is actually the highest damage weapon against Calamite specifically, because his standard resistance is fairly high. Is this weapon buffable? I have no idea. I don't think so, but I haven't tried. medium damage. Yeah, that's accurate. I don't know. I don't concern myself with Kathleen sex, but he does use he/him pronouns. My new weapon for shock play. True. Ah, 3 times in a row. Okay, the running attack is bad. Got it. He is he's weaker to lightning than other elements, but he's not weak to lightning, no. His lowest resistances are strike and lightning. Hey, sleep well, Krista. Thank you for being here while you could. Hope you have a good night. Oh my god. Okay, the rolling attack sucks. Or the running attack sucks, I mean. I need to not use the running attack. What the? Why did you do that when I was over here? It's fine. Elements includes magic, lightning, fire, and... No, that's it in this game, actually. Need to heal. I don't know if that was safe. It was not. Oh my god, I'm dead. It's just killing me. It's just killing me. Oh my god. I agree. Gonna put Cheerio on the bingo card. I'm not gonna tell the Cheerio story again. This weapon doesn't deserve it. I don't even remember what weapon that was for. That was one of the starting weapons, wasn't it? I'm actually kind of excited for the thief run, because I'm gonna be able to kill Stray Demon extremely early for a good chunk of souls early on. Oops. You know, I kind of regret switching to live chat, to be honest. What Dark Souls 2 weapon should you use? Have you used the key to the embedded? Highly recommend the key to the embedded. I don't regret it because of you. That kind of filthy is positive. It's because you said big juicy. I don't think it has anything to do with this. Like, it's not a late weapon. You just kill the run a couple of times and you get it. Nothing, no weapon in Dark Souls 2 is a late game weapon. Except for, like, anything from Dragon Airy, I suppose. Fine. I pressed the roll button, game. Oh, that's crazy. Calamate's pretty easy, huh? People said that was a hard boss. I don't know. Where is Stutter of Chaos? There it is. I have beat the whole game sped up. I did the game at double speed. Um, because I figured double speed would be like fast enough that it would be fun, but it would be slow enough that it wouldn't be like insanely easy to just obliterate everything. Um, I was wrong. It was very, very, very easy, but you know, that was a very difficult Calamite fight. I mean, I still gotta beat Pride of Chaos and Nito. I don't know if you wanted to find that as endgame. Okay, I might, oops, be able to fast roll still. If I take off the shield. No. Gotcha. You know, oh my goodness, I've been drinking water this whole stream and my throat still decides to be dumb. Wait, why is it censoring you specifically saying cloaca? You've just been blacklisted from that word, I guess. Nope, that got censored too. Maybe you've also been blacklisted, Vin? I feel like that would make sense. How good is the Stone Greataxe in Dark Souls? The answer is yes, you can. Okay, makes sense. I feel like you forget that I'm one of the very few Dark Souls content creators that specifically does my best to not put "Can you beat Dark Souls" in the title of my videos. Because yes, you can beat Dark Souls. LMAO indeed. LMFAO even. Can you beat Dark Souls? I don't know. Can you? I mean, probably. Realistically, it's a big dragon. I would be surprised if he didn't. And you dark your souls twice with, excuse me, with the Elan sword and one boss. Yeah. Oh my god. I I'm surprised YouTube let that through live chat, to be honest. That's crazy. That got through? Mhm. The best stream? I don't know about that one. We've had a lot of girl P streams, and honestly, I think those have been better, personally. I think the issue is actually that YouTube doesn't understand you, and that's why it didn't censor that, but okay. We'll go with that. Once again, I'm surprised YouTube even let that through live chat, because it does censor things in live chat frequently. That's awesome, Nerpiv. I'm very happy for you that you have that. Yeah, they don't call it a live stream for nothing. Can I beat Minecraft while beating it, but for Dark Souls? Okay, so I can't say the full title idea on YouTube, but if I were to ever make adult-focused content, can I beat Dark Souls? Or can I finish Dark Souls before I think I have to break up the title. Finish in this Kiesler. That was the idea that I was given, and I have remembered that. That has been ingrained into my very soul from the day that I heard those words in that order. I'm fine, everything's fine. I'm very shocked that didn't one-shot me, to be honest. I am very surprised that didn't get censored. Both of those. I'd go far in that business? Maybe. I have genuinely considered doing adult-focused content, but I don't know. Never got around to it. You furry soul. Ow. Ah! You know what, yeah, I deserve that one, actually. Oh my god, why am I here? I forgot to rest in Firelink. This is tragic. I do my best, Alyssa. Cutoff screams are like one of my top 10 favorite things of all time. Okay, I should actually equip the weapon again. Can you Dark Your Souls twice is pretty funny, I agree. Getting down to Nito is, I don't know, I feel like at this point, the running sections aren't difficult anymore. I say as I have just died, but like, I don't know. The more I play, the more areas are starting to feel like Crystal Cave. I mean, like, there are exceptions, and there are things that I don't think will ever feel like Crystal Cave. Like New Londo or the Catacombs, but like Tomb of the Giants does at this point. where it's just kind of a linear run through an area that's extremely easy to get through when you know where you're going. I beat Dark Souls while she darks on my souls. It's a good one. I've had suggestions to do ASMR. Doing an ASMR Dark Souls playthrough would be funny, I think. I don't know how... I've gotten genuine suggestions to do ASMR. Like, people would actually enjoy the ASMR that I made. But I've also gotten a lot of joke suggestions. I'm not sure which I've gotten more of. The second half... That's so mean. The second half downfall in Dark Souls 1 is a myth, I agree. The second half of Dark Souls 1 is really good. Okay, I think the bathroom might be unoccupied. I will be right back. It is somehow even more occupied now. There are 2 people in the bathroom. Oh. Why can't you beat Dark Souls? Skeleton. I'm getting so many like title ideas for my inevitable switch to adult focused content when YouTube falls through. That's an even better one. Use the shower. I don't think that's... I think that's why there were 2 people in the bathroom, actually. I don't know, second half of Dark Souls 2 is very... I don't understand why it's so hated. Primarily because New Londo is like one of the best levels. Duke's Archives is also one of the best levels. Tomb of the Giants is a very fun gimmick. Like the... Yeah, I'll be like an Amazon driver. Yeah, Pinwheel died. I guess I could have checked if I got the Mask of the Father. That might have been a little helpful, but not helpful enough for me to actually care. For Dark Pinwheel? Right now. I mean... I don't know. It's fine. I don't need that much endurance anyway. I know people have done, like, taking laxatives and attempting to beat games before they kick in. That is a shockingly popular genre on YouTube. I've seen it with Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach and Minecraft, I believe. So it just fits in that genre. Unfortunately, I think Dark Souls 2 is a little too long for that. That jump scare, Jesus. I would have to title my streams very differently for that to happen frequently enough for that to be a stream idea. Too long is the perfect length, that's totally fair. I think in this context I do agree, but not for my health. Yeah, but that's very rare that people do it, and it was just because they misread the title. So, oh my god. I feel like if there was a streamer who would have people doing that, it would either be me or like one of the the genre of streamer that is just like known for being women. Like they actually do things, but they're known because they are women. Might as well just do it in the moment. True. God damn it. I don't even have something to get rid of the toxic, so I can't just like quit out and get rid of it. Nito without poise with a big weapon is the worst. We're doing something on Reddit. Tragic. Oh, hi. Okay, damage is fine. Oh my god. I'm dead. Yep, okay. Zork it. Zork is a good way to say that. I'm kind of shocked that YouTube blocked Zork it. I mean, Reddit is definitely not the worst site. Google Images is definitely worse. YouTube used to have uncensored gameplay of Project X Love Potion Disaster, by the way. That was a while ago, and I haven't found any in a very long... Not that I've, like, looked for it, because I actually have access to other websites now. But when I didn't, YouTube definitely used to have uncensored gameplay of games like that. I don't hate medium roll, I just don't like using it because you walk extremely slow when you have medium roll. When you're not slowly going through levels, it's just annoying. You're allowed to go through the game at half speed. I'm just not going to. Damn it. Unfortunately, the roll attack is good here. God damn it, Nino! There was nothing I could do. I genuinely just got unlucky there, which is rare because it's Dark Souls 1. Usually, the timing isn't that important. This is a bad place to be. Let me out, please. Hup. Ah! Oh my god. I love using slow weapons. Surely the best option is to stand there for 10 minutes every single attack. What? Oh my god. Okay. I might die here. Yep, okay. The I lose condition was getting interrupted by a skeleton, and I just got unlucky. Yeah, so why is the best weapon? I love spending 10 minutes for every single attack just to do approximately 0 damage because I'm using an ultra great sword instead of like a great hammer or something. I have armor, I'm just not gonna put it on because I prefer to fast roll. I can poise tank, I just don't think poise tanking is very fun. Oops. The Claymore is like 10 times faster than the than the Zwei, and is actually usable. It's Project X, not Potion X. Yes. Claymore is S tier? That's A tier. Yeah, that was a very long time ago. Definitely over 10 years ago. Poise tank is worth, but I still don't like doing it. Maybe I should have grabbed the stone armor. Maybe that was the play. I should have done the cosplay. Oh wait, it was the paladin armor or whatever, right? Still not worth. Same thing. I swear to God. I should be backstabbing the skeletons. That counted as a block? Night Rain grab, or shield angles, I guess. Stop it! You're right there, Nito! You have no need to do that! Oh my God. Okay. Genuinely just unlucky once again. I used to... I am holding on far too much to the I used to like slow weapons, therefore they must be good mentality. I think I am, unfortunately. I'm not an anti-strength build person in it yet. Because, like, the club is really fun and really good. The mace is really fun and really good. But this thing, not so much. Slow weapons do not work for Dark Souls 1. It feels like it would be the game where they work the most, but kinda sucks. If you're not poise tanking specifically. A stock is a quality weapon, isn't it? Why would you go strength for a quality weapon when you could be doing approximately 10 times the damage? Yeah, strength weapons in Dark Souls 2 are pretty funny. I agree, Ben. You should. Well, yeah, I know that blocking avoids a screen attack, but that doesn't work when you're constantly getting staggered by the skeletons. You have to specifically be in this pose, facing in a particular direction, by the way. And that doesn't work when you're not facing the correct direction, and also when you're being attacked by skeletons. I get that a lot. I get that comment all the time about how easy it is to avoid the stab if you just block, but it does not work 100% of the time at all. Okay, well. I'm ignoring little skeletons now. Okay, well. That's awesome. I love it when they stagger their attacks. Get out of the... I'm getting impatient. I need to stop doing that. Let me brain a little bit. The block trick works with almost every class of weapons. It doesn't work with everything, but it works with most things. But it's just like not useful. And people bring it up all the time, and it's just like, yeah, tell me about the random glitch that is not even glitch. Tell me about the random exploit that every single challenge runner ever mentions, but is also useless in any challenge run ever, other than like soul level 1 where you're specifically using Slumbering Dragon Crest and Fog, Ring of Fog. when I can just literally press the dodge button with the easiest timing in the entire game. Not have to get lucky with my orientation at the moment. This is a rage moment. This is very much a rage moment. No, please don't rage bait me. I'll cry. I'll cry live on stream. I don't think you want that. True. Dark Souls is terrible. Why do people even like this game, to be honest? Awesome. Thanks, Nito. Awesome. I'm kind of surprised that this skeleton survived that, actually. The rolling skeletons are so much worse than bone wheels, I swear to God. Bone wheels are so difficult, and then you walk to the side and dodge perfectly, without issue. Might die here. Everything's fine. Yeah, true. Rolling is for cowards. And so they all do the roll, because they're all cowards. God damn it. Why are you defending bat rolling so much? It's not bad. Nobody thinks heavy armor in this game is bad. Poise tanking is like the strategy that people recommend to new players. Mid-roll is not bad. You get the same number of iframes no matter what roll you do. It's just not fun. Yeah, no, this damage kind of sucks. Hold on, I have an idea. Armor. What is the armor set that goes with the, or that the guys use that use the weapon that I'm using? Because it's not the stone armor. Hold on. Pitchfork is more fun to use, but I have already used Pitchfork. Guardian armor? Something like that. For some reason, my brain goes to Paladin, because in the only Dark Souls challenge run I've ever done, the Paladin armor got replaced. Or, I mean, the Paladin armor pieces, one of the Paladin armor pieces replaced one of the Guardian armor pieces. I have already done a longsword run. I've done 2, actually. And I'm gonna do another one soon. Okay, let me find the Guardian armor real quick. Guardian armor, Guardian gauntlets, Guardian helm, and Guardian leggings. Guardian, 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 Guardian. Fat roll. Trying to minimize fall damage. I don't want to aggro the big skeletons, but... Oh my god. Easy mode unlocked. I thought I would dodge that, I'm gonna be honest. That's fine. Whoop. 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 I should heal. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Real chunky roll. I love that just standing close to Nito dodges most of his attacks. Really makes the poise tank viable. There we go. All right. That was hard. Okay, while the door to the kiln opens, I am gonna go pee. Or for my kidney health. Especially since I needed to do that for about 2 hours now. Yeah, attempt number 3, yeah. The hardest boss in Dark Souls, going pee. I will be right back. Oh, the pee was successful this time. I don't know why I didn't expect this. Nothing to see here. I disagree. That's crazy that it only lets that through when you say Calamite. That's really funny. Unfortunately, there is something to see. Unfortunately, I think the words that I put in the stream thumbnail were extremely accurate. This weapon sucks a lot. Reminds you of the clip from the Smasher Pass. The Heart Locket one. That's a pretty good clip. That's one of my favorite clips from anything ever that I've done. It's definitely way up there. You know, I like how you censor some of the words you say, but you don't others, and YouTube just doesn't let the whole thing through anyway. That other dragon from Bloodborne. Was it a dragon? I thought it was just like a beast. All right. Wow, that is insanely underwhelming damage. Horse dragon thing, yeah. Something like that. Yeah, this weapon is not great. Has a kind of cool R2 combo, and that's kind of all it has going for it. Insanely underwhelming damage, extremely slow, extremely late game to get. Not great. I don't know, I guess that kind of sums up my thoughts on the weapon. It sucks a lot. This was probably one of my least favorite streams I've done in a long time. I guess it's both a good and a bad thing that I forgot to do it a couple months ago. First time that I actually just like gave up on a boss in a very long time. 2 reminders needed. Stretch marks and my hear me out. No bingos. The bingo board was just, you just got unlucky with the bingo board layout. It'll be in, I'll put it in general and SFW. It looks cool and sucks, yeah. Like a Dark Souls 3 weapon. That makes sense, actually. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all, and I don't know how to end this.